this video, I'm going to rank 6 Plants vs Zombies fan games that I found across the internet. Before we jump into the first one though, I want to make one thing clear. This list is obviously subjective. There is really no easy way to rank these fan games, since they are all pretty different from one another. So if you have a different opinion, feel free to leave a comment and let me know why. With that said, let's get started with the first fan game. Let's start strong with Plants vs Zombies Gardenless, probably the best fan-made recreation of PvZ2 out there right now. I've already made a full video on it, which you can check out after this one, but let me give you a quick recap. This fan game brings new animations, plants from other games in the franchise, including PvZ Heroes and the original PvZ 1, and overall delivers a fresh and exciting way to enjoy the PvZ2 experience. Also introduce new game modes, like a sandbox mode where you can try out every plant and zombie in the game, perfect for testing strategies or just having fun. Plus, there are neat quality of life additions, like hotkeys for almost every action, and the game gets frequent updates, keeping things fresh and polished all the time. Again, I highly recommend checking out the video I made specifically for this fan game. I'm sure you will enjoy it. For now, Plants vs Zombies Gardenless is an easy A tier in my book, and honestly, if it keeps improving at this pace, it's got real potential to move up into S tier. Plants vs Zombies Bloom Doom, and you know, I have a kinda divided opinion on this one. The game itself is presented like this. Plants vs Zombies Bloom Doom tries to be a worthy game to belong to the PvZ saga and fix the errors of the original PvZ 3. Is that true? Well, it does bring some new music, like the one you're listening right now, which is actually pretty great, and also comes with a complete visual overhaul. But now I will be honest, it's clear that it's not as polished as Official games, obviously, but at the same time it has this unique style that, depending on your taste, can actually feel pretty refreshing. The game's main mechanic is actually pretty interesting too. You can upgrade your plants mid-game by spending some sun. Each plant has 3 phases: a basic form which you start with, an advanced form unlocked by giving the plant a plant food, and a third, even stronger form that you have to purchase in the store individually for each plant. Neat idea, but I don't think it really changed a lot of the way you play, to be honest. Each level has a number of stars. Each star means an objective you need to complete to get that star. It's not obligatory, which is good and adds a challenge if you want to do the 100%, so it's great. The game also provides a shop that contains skins, plants, and upgrades, like I said before. One thing I didn't really like, and I think it's worth mentioning, is how boring the game can get after a while. The main issue is that it doesn't really introduce new ideas as you play. Most of the levels I went through just kind of feel the same, without much variety or challenge. Now, there are some notable moments, like a boss battle, which was okay even if it had a few bugs. And I've got to say, being able to use Acorn and Oak from Battle for Neighborville, that was fire, not gonna lie. Still, in my opinion, there is a lot of room for improvement. Maybe if the levels were a bit shorter, or if they added more variety early on, it could really help to keep the game more engaging. That's again my own opinion anyway, so feel free to play it and comment what you think. With that being said, I will put it in B tier. It's a fan game with a great potential. You know, I already knew about this fan game. Can't really remember when I first saw it though. It's a Chinese PvZ fan game, which yeah, you can probably tell just by looking at it, and it's built around a really simple plot. What if Crazy Dave got tired of using the stupid plants and decided to handle the zombies by himself? The gameplay is pretty straightforward. You just shot zombies with a shotgun while trying to survive and complete each level. And even if it sounds funny, the creator actually put in effort to add a decent variety of zombies. You got the basic ones, a classic like the pole vaulting zombie, and even a version of the newspaper zombie who is, well, kinda insane here. It's actually pretty fun for like the first 30 minutes or so. But after that, things start to feel really repetitive, and yeah, it gets boring pretty quickly. As a meme game, it's honestly fine. It does the job, gives you a few laughs, and then kinda wears off. But yeah, it's obviously not meant to be a big full-on PvZ experience. So for me, this one is an easy C tier. If you're a fan of Plants vs Zombies and The Binding of Isaac, then this fan game is absolutely perfect for you. I rule it's a roguelite where you can fight using babies based on familiars from The Binding of Isaac. Speaking about the babies, You got the basics like a pea shooter style baby, a sunflower baby, and even a walnut equivalent. But it doesn't stop there. There are also more advanced ones like a baby version of Boomerang and plenty more unique takes inspired by Isaac's universe. The game presents new original challenge, different bosses, and an amazing style made by the creator. One of the good features in this fan game is the ability to use special pills. As you defeat monsters, they will randomly drop pills, and when you give one to a baby, it grants them special abilities. Like for example, a shield that will protect them from the monsters. Another thing I really like is how after winning each level, the game gives you a choice between different new babies to add to your lineup. Kind of like building a custom team as you progress through the run. And when you beat the boss, instead of babies you choose between special items that give you powerful abilities for the rest of the run. For example, Salvation, which wipes out an entire row, kind of like having an extra lawnmower in your lawn. It adds a solid layer of strategy and makes each run feel unique. I'm not even joking when I say this fan game offers a ton of content. And the best part, it's not even finished yet. The devs are still working on it, adding more stuff and polishing the final experience. So if any of this sounds interesting to you, I definitely recommend checking it out and giving it a try. It's one of those hidden gems that deserves more attention. This is an easy S tier, not gonna lie, I really like this one. So going way back to 2013, PopCap released a unique new Facebook game in the PvZ franchise called Plants vs Zombies Adventures. It introduced a completely new style of gameplay that, to be honest, not a lot of people were into. It had some interesting ideas, sure, but it just didn't quite hit the mark, and as a result, the game was shut down about a year and a half later. Well, with this in mind, a group of people created Plants vs Zombies Road Trip, which is a reimagination and recreation of what PvZ Adventure could be if it didn't feel that bad. Gameplay wise, PvZ Road Trip was actually pretty similar to the original adventures, where you could plant a limited number of each plant type, and if one got eaten by a zombie, you could regrow it using sun. The downside, it only had 10 levels, which is honestly very little content. But there is some good news. Right now, the team is working on what you could call a revamped version of the game, titled Plants vs Zombies World Trip. This new project lets you create your own custom PvZ Road Trip levels, and it includes tons of new features that weren't in the original game. You can play custom levels made by the community by joining in their Discord server. And by the way, all the creators channel and Discord servers I can find will be in the description. I enjoyed playing this fun game, but it's true that I don't really like the gameplay style of adventures, so let me put it in B tier. Plants vs Zombies Universe is a fun game that aims to combine content across the PvZ franchise and Chinese exclusive media into one game. The game right now features two worlds, Ancient Egypt and the Emperor's Mausoleum, which is based on one of the worlds of a Chinese PvZ game called Plants vs Zombies Online. However, there is not a ton of content yet with only those two worlds available, but it does include some interesting plants and zombies pulled straight from PvZ Online. For example, Bruce Bamboo, a plant that hits zombies in a 3x3 radius, kind of like a better bang choy. Or the Desert Death Zombie, which creates quicksand tiles that slide zombies forward down the lane. A really cool mechanic, by the way. PvZ Universe actually had an older version with way more content, but it had to be scrapped due to engine limitations. However, there is good news. According to an announcement in their Discord, a new update is coming really soon, and it promised to bring a lot of improvements and possibly even new content, so definitely stay tuned. As for the gameplay, I mean, it's honestly very similar to PvZ 2, so there is not much to say there. If you play that, you already know what to expect. That said, Plants vs Zombies Universe definitely looks promising and it feels like it has a bright future ahead. So for now I will place it in a solid B tier, but with the upcoming updates, it could definitely make its way into A tier later on. So this is the final ranking. There are a lot of more fan games like the popular PvZ fashion, but I wanted to make this video with less known fan games. Still, if you want a second part, remember to leave a comment, like and subscribe for more content about PvZ. See ya!